Hey guys, well, what do you do? I'm going to be a little all over the place, I guess, on this video. So what do you do when you can't find a load? Well, this doesn't happen to me very often, but I'm kind of in the middle of it right now, and it's okay. This is part of trucking, so don't want to scare anybody, but the economy is tanking rapidly. I've been saying this is coming, and I feel bad for what's going to happen to a lot of those owner-operators that jumped in and overpaid for equipment and bought into this nonsense, because, yeah, it's bad, man, and it's, praise God I'm where I'm at, because somehow or another CRST is still getting good contract freight. In fact, I came up here, and I'll do it on the weekly recap, $4.23 a mile on some lumber. I think it was $4.23, $4.33, somewhere in there. I think it's $4.33. I think it's $4,300, and I did that in basically a day. It was 1,000 miles. So, but I don't want to get too far off topic. So the economy is in the dumps right now. I hope it picks up. I hope we don't go into a full-on crash and recession of '08 like we had back then, but it sure does look like it. High fuel prices was then and is now the nail in the coffin, the last nail in the coffin. It is really, you think it doesn't just hurt the trucker, it hurts everybody. Everything's going up, inflation's going up. So we can blame whoever we want. You can blame Biden, you can blame Trump, you can blame Putin, you can blame SpongeBob SquarePants. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't do politics on here. We're going to sit around and talk about it. And everybody's got an opinion. Everybody thinks they have an answer. But at the end of the day, it's really bigger than all of us. And it is what it is. So, unfortunately, we had a crazy economy take off under Trump, which is cool. That's cool, but it's not sustainable. And now we have some other people in there, and they're just doing things to, you don't know what they're doing. So neither one's really right. We should have, instead of being way up here, we should have been in the middle. But we're going to go from way up here to way down here, and it'll eventually adjust out. But till we get to then. So, 3 minutes of nothing already. Appreciate that. Are we having fun yet? So what do you do when you can't find a load? Good economy, bad economy, does not matter. You ran to a bad area. You made a mistake. It is what it is. Well, the first thing you do is relax. Just chill out. First of all, I'm kind of thankful I ain't really got nowhere to be tomorrow. I don't get to do this very often, okay? And your boy's tired, man. You know, I do run when I'm out here, you know. I'm constantly go, because I go home on the weekends. That's my main goal. Since I've been back at this, I've never taken a 34 anywhere other than the house, and we plan to keep it that way. I don't stay out long, 4 or 5 days tops. So, but I'm a little tired, man. I loaded yesterday, and I got some videos coming for you. This one will be up before then, but some tarping videos, tarping station, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, I loaded down there in Shuqualak, I'm probably saying that wrong, Mississippi. Highest paying load of lumber ever in my life. I usually stay far away from lumber because it's garbage flatbed freight. I don't know what the deal was on this, don't really care, but if you're going to pay me $4.23 a mile, that's to me after CRST's cut, or $4.33. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me just pull it out, all right? I can't misquoting here. Hold on. I'll do it on the recap too, but hold on. We going again? $4.33 a mile. And I don't think it's actually that, because I think this, well, we're probably pretty close, you know. Loaded miles, what they say is never right. It said 1,009 miles. It's actually more like 1,000 55 or 60 because you got that stupid detour down there on Interstate 29. It's like 25 miles long. They never factor that in. But anyways, regardless of the fact, regardless of that, it paid me $4,375 loaded yesterday, unloaded today. So not a bad 24, well, more than 24-hour period. But I didn't mess around getting up here. I left down there yesterday at 10 a.m. and I pulled in up here in T, South Dakota, just south of Sioux Falls, where I'm at now, at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And so you could do the math on that. 1,000 miles in 26 hours, had to have 10 hours off. Now, there's a CRST flatbed with a load of bricks. Anyways, 10 hours off, plus I stopped for fuel, and I took a shower in there, not on my 10-hour break, and I had to swing by, Kenworth and Kansas City, because, it's always something, and this week, the power steering pump is going out on Ellie. She's if you have one of these, most any truck, what it's doing is at an idle, the wheels, it's kind of hard to turn. You rev it up, it starts turning fine. It's making a little noise. It's just a pump. It's not that hard to replace. Pretty expensive, $600 they get you. Right, and I'm going to go ahead and do the hoses anyway. So, where was I going with all that jibber jabber? The first thing is I'm a little tired. So, when you can't find a load, if you're a runner, the first thing to do is relax and say, thank you, Lord. I could already be sleeping right now. I don't even know what time it is. What is it? 7:30. I think I got over here to this truck stop. I think I beat the flip-flops for a change. Good night. I got rolled in here at 4:30, went and took a shower. Just kind of relax, know where to be in the morning, nothing to worry about. So I'm going to get some good night's sleep. That's the first thing. Okay, cool. Second, if you got anything you need to get done, try and get it done. I went over here to the Loves, and I can replace this pump. I can do it in this parking lot. It's just I don't want to. It'd be messy, tranny fluid everywhere. They'd probably get mad at me. So the plan was, and still is I grabbed the pump and the hoses. They're back there, up there on that shelf, back in there, all nice and neat. And if she really goes out, well, I'll hit the shoulder or rest area and do what I got to do. I should get some tranny fluid just in case. So, good idea. I'm going to check that in a minute when I go in there to fill up my thermos of coffee for the morning. So I just get up and pour coffee. I don't have to walk on the truck stop. Anyway, so I'll see if they got a couple, 3 quarts of that, 4 quarts, something like that. I don't know. I'm going to need it when I get home, so we'll put it in a bag and throw it in the side box. And anyway, where was I going? I went over to the Loves here, and I said, all right, it probably charged me $200, but hey, it's a tax write-off. So I said, hey, how busy are you, man? And what would you charge me, an hour or whatever? I mean, I don't know what the rate is, 150, 175, 200. They're all too high if you ask me. I mean, it's 2 bolts, 2 hoses. I mean, I could do it in 30 minutes, and I'm an old fat man. But they don't do power steering pumps or water pumps. It is light mechanical, but I thought, good night. I mean, it's pretty much right there. It's 2 bolts. You have to move the dipstick out of the way, a couple hoses. It's really easy. Really, I mean, it's no harder than an oil change, to be honest with you. But they don't do it. So if you can, take care of things you need to get taken care of, but maybe you've been pushing off. I'm going to pull over there in the morning, and I got a marker light that's kind of got a short in it, and I'm going to get that fixed. We're right in the middle of the blitz. I've gone through 4 or 5 scales, and they haven't pulled me in. I say it all the time. I'm a little OCD, and I'm not saying they won't pull me in, but I don't care. I really don't care. The only thing they could get me on this truck right now is my headlight issue I still got going. I got both low beams, and when I turn the high beams on, I got 1 high beam and 1 low beam. And if he wants to get all crazy about that, I'll just run a jumper wire. I'll just try to explain to him, and you know, don't get mad and yell at them. I'll just say, hey, man, I got this issue. I've been trying to get it sorted out. The dealership couldn't even figure it out. And might be in the computer. We can't get parts, yada, yada, yada. It's one light. I mean, I don't even know why you have to have high beams. And I got a light bar, too, so if I can't see, I'll turn that on. Anyway, I keep my truck clean. It looks nice. It's washed pretty much all the time. Tires are all shined up nice, and it's a good looking truck. So the tires are good, brakes are new. Pull me in, I don't care, whatever. But since we're doing that, I could in the morning while I'm waiting and looking for a load, I'm gonna pull over there and have them fix that marker light. CRST takes care of that because I rent the trailer, so we'll get that taken care of. Any little thing you want to get taken care of, you need a tire, go get a tire. Use your downtime to your advantage and just relax and don't panic and make the best of the situation. All right, that's all well and good. So what happens eventually when they're not finding a load around you? Well, you're faced with a couple decisions. And as an owner-operator, you get to make this call. I mean, as a company guy, you might sit here for 2-3 days, and they might throw you $100 bill or whatever they do until this area picks up. Usually this is where I'm at up here. We got stuff coming out of Norfolk, Nebraska. There's 2 or 3 loads down there, but they're going to California and Minnesota. I don't want to go there. And they'll just wait till something pops up. Now, I might wake up tomorrow and, oh, my goodness, the Nucor over there decided to start shipping again. I don't know why they're not shipping. They don't seem to know. The agents don't seem to know. And I haven't even got on the spot market yet. And I'll do that in the morning. That's always my last option because I just cannot stand brokers. They make me want to vomit. I hate to call them up. They're all a bunch of slimy, greaseball, used car salesmen. Pretty much the lowest form of humanity walking the planet. I shouldn't say that. I apologize. I know there's a couple good ones out there, but most of them not so much. So we'll start looking around tomorrow. We'll get a good night's sleep and then go at it tomorrow. Now, if things just aren't popping, you got some choices to make as an owner-operator. What do you want to do? How long do you want to wait? Do you want to take a 34? Do you want to see today's Wednesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. You know, I don't know if I might sit here till Friday morning. Not likely. That's usually not my game plan. What I will do is I'll span my search and start eating some deadhead up to 350 miles or so. That's worst case scenario, maybe 400 miles. To move me back to where I want to go. Something is better than nothing. I'm 700 miles from the house, so this is what I do. I'm aiming to get home for the weekend. So first, you got to take that really into consideration. If I want to go to California, I just go. I wouldn't be stuck. So, but sometimes you go to an area and there just ain't nothing coming out. Here, I'm just using this as an example. There's a little bit of stuff coming out. I'm not really stuck here. I'm stuck because I don't want to go where there is stuff. So, anyways, if I have to go, you know, over like Kansas City to get a load, which there's usually nothing out of there, headed towards Memphis for Monday or something, hey, you know, yeah, I'll eat some, but I'll make some and at least cover my fuel in a little bit. I already had if I had to cut my losses and run home today, this wouldn't be a terrible week. I'd be at 43.53 plus 6. I'd probably be at 6,000 gross for the week on just 2 loads. 43 and 1,600, so pretty close, right? 53, 5,900, something like that. But I'd eat $500 in fuel to drive home. That's just how it goes. And that's not a good business model to have, and that ain't for everybody. I'm very blessed financially. I know a lot of y'all can't do that and can't afford that. I understand that. So I'm trying to make this for you guys. But eventually you're going to have to decide, okay, I'll wait a day, 2, 3, or 4. Because, yeah, I'm not making anything, but I'm not burning fuel at $5 a gallon. or you're going to have to move yourself to another market to get something to get you going, and you just have to run the numbers. How far are you willing to do that? Like, all right, if I got to jump 300 miles, at least I get going, I can get back making money. But if I have to go 500, I think I'd rather sit another day. Okay, so that's basically what you do in this game. When ain't nothing moving, you just sit there and figure it out. What do you want to do? You want to take some junk? I try not to take cheap freight, man. I mean, I ain't going to run a heavy load ever for $1.50 a mile when my costs are dang near that right now. I'd do better off to eat the fuel myself and go home because it's easier on my truck. So we'll see what we're going to do. We're going to wake up tomorrow after a good night's sleep, and we're going to figure out what we want to do. And tomorrow is Thursday. I'll probably sit around till noon, 1 o'clock before I start getting real anxious and deciding, all right, do I want to move? Do I want to move and try to load Friday? Or do I just want to chill and take it into shorts and kind of sit here and wait till this blitz is over and then wake up? I can make it 700 miles. Yeah, I can do that in 11 hours. Pretty easy, empty. And just go home. So the choices and the fun of being an owner-operator, you make the decision, your dispatcher does not. I don't know if that's good or bad. All right, y'all, take care. God bless you. We got some loading videos coming up. I got to get my kid to edit them, and we'll catch you next time. Bye now.